Welcome and good evening to our audience tonight on our English talk show. For the main event, we are going to have our guests and talk about their experience of online classes during the pandemic and the problems that arise during the MCO, or better known as Movement Control Order. Before we started, let us show the crew first, starting with me, of course, as the host, and our streamer as CHONG and promoter and designer for this talk show, AINA and HARITH. And for the guest tonight will be EASTWOOD, ZURAINI, UZAIR, and AZRI. So without further ado, let's welcome our main guest, HAFIZUL, AIMAN, and AINA. Please, let's welcome them with a big round of applause. Alright, let's begin with our first question. So tell us, AIMAN, how will you describe your first audio, or you may call it as online distance learning during when the pandemic started?
Well, to start with, it is a bit weird and hard for me to comprehend with online learning. Especially when the pandemic started, I was just starting with my first semester and all of this ODL. During my first class, well, it's a bit awkward because we never have this online meeting with so many people. Also, in my class, I am very interested in this person because there's not many people willing to open their camera, but surprisingly, this HAFIZUL guy is one heck a dude. This guy, during the first class, he's one of the most active students with his courage. He doesn't mind opening the camera. And the others, including me, we will open the camera when the lecturer asks us to open the camera. Also, he sometimes voluntarily answer the question and sometimes make a joke during the class.
Alright, so tell us why you did that during that time. Could you please perhaps elaborate for us?
Well, as we all know, it's my first time in ODL, and with the class, they all feel so awkward, and then I just felt like I should just bravely answer the question since no one answered, and I don't want to left alone the doctor while explaining the lecture. So sometimes, if I'm bored, I also open my camera.
I see. So that's how it is. So, anyway, how did you guys know each other?
Oh well, at first I started first. After the class, he's the one that makes the first approach, talking to me, asking about homework and stuff. And then as time goes by, we got closer to best buds. So we depend each other and help with homework and all.
It's pretty interesting, actually. That's a good friendship. You guys have some sort of like a bond between the two.
Yeah.
Yeah, good friends help each other during times of need.
Right, folks. So let's take a short break and enjoy our entertainment made by EASTWOOD.
Yeah. Panic on the brain, world is gone insane. Things are starting to get heavy. I can't help but think I haven't felt this way since I asked you to go steady. Wondering, would you be my little quarantine, or is this the way it ends? As I told you, a level of concern, but you walk by like you never heard. You can bring down my level of concern. Just need you to tell me we're alright, tell me we're okay, yeah. Panic on the brain, Merkel's gone insane. Julie's got some make me nervous. I don't really care what they would say. I'm asking you to stay, bunker underneath the surface. Wondering, would you be my little quarantine, or is this the way it ends? As I told you, a level of concern, that you walk by like you never heard. You could bring down my level of concern. Just need you, tell me we're alright, tell me we're okay, yeah. tell me we're alright, tell me we're okay. Tell me we're alright, tell me we're okay. Bring down my level of concern. Just need you to tell me we're alright, tell me we're okay. Cause I told you, level of concern. You walk by like I never heard. You could bring down my level of concern. Just need you to tell me we're alright, tell me we're okay. I need you now. Come on. Need you to tell me we're alright, tell me we're okay. Need you now. I need you now. Yes, I told you the level of concern. But you walk by like you never heard. You could bring down my level of concern. Need you to tell me we're alright, tell me we're okay. Tell me we're alright, tell me we're okay. Yeah. Tell me we're alright, tell me we're okay. Bring down my level of concern. Just need you to tell me we're alright, tell me we're okay.
That level of singing is something else.
Wow.
You should have gone to the
Beautiful.
talent show.
Wow.
Talent.
Yeah,
Okay,
next
guys. Without further ado, let's continue with the next questions. So tell us, how do you feel during this COVID-19 pandemic?
Well, it is really truly scary when we catch COVID because we know we might catch COVID and vaccine is still on the way. It's development during the MCO, so we do not know what to do, right? It's really dangerous.
My mother had got COVID during those phase 1 MCO, and my family never took COVID so seriously before. That time, my mom started to exhibit the symptoms like fever, and she also feels tired all the time. I was very worried because I care for my mom very much, and seeing her like that is just very awful. Some days later, we had to call an ambulance to get her because she was struggling with the fever and having it confirmed she got COVID-19. She said she got it while grocery shopping a few days ago. When we were still waiting for the ambulance to come, my father gave her vitamin C tablets daily to eat every day at the quarantine so that the immune system kick in. At last final moment, I cover all my body with the plastic like PPE and hug her, wishing she can survive COVID disease.
So that is very beautiful and very heart-touching, honestly.
Yeah, but after that, I also got COVID.
Serious,
Well, that's what I call as family bonding. So, how about you, Samira? Could you tell us about your experience when you were in Somalia? Because it sounds rather peculiar.
To be honest, it is a quite short-living when the pandemic started, especially when the government put government movement control order in our country. When the government announced the MCO, many people were thinking the very thing they will do is to progress and supply. My family already prepared early before the pandemic start, but we went there again just so extra prepared. Good thing is none of my family got COVID until now. However, due to high infection rate of the virus, many people died of COVID even hospital is full. That the government is able to control the infection rate and we are able to finish this virus forever from our society.
Yeah, the virus really must be stopped. So because it's really spreading fast during those pandemic, and it's a really new virus, so we do not know what's antidote to use.
Alright, so that will be the end of our session, and we will continue to talk right after this break. So do enjoy our day entertainment by AZRI, UZAIR, and ZURAINI. And once again, enjoy.
I don't know how I am feeling. I think I feel alright. I'm busy doing nothing from morning until night. I don't know how I am feeling today. I'm not too sure. The numbers keep on climbing. Will they find a cure? I don't know how I am feeling. I don't know if I'm sad. My friends and family, they're all fine. For that, I'm so glad. One day we'll get that feeling. Was all this even real? Hold on to that feeling. In time, we will all heal.
Life was always fast-paced. We never slowed down until everything stopped when Corona came to town. Now, all is quiet and there's peace all around. We have look in our hearts and kindness we found. Don't give up hope. The end is in sight. If we all stick together, we'll all win this fight.
Frontliners, you are a hero to all of us. Thank you, willing to fight for your life against the invisible enemy, for those who suffer, and against the coronavirus. Healing many modern life to the heroes and heroines of the country. It's all of you. You are the hero of the nation. Your sacrifice will remember and will last forever.
Standing, and thanks to our three entertainers for the show. Now, we will pick up where we have left. Ever since the MCO was applied on 18th March 2020 in our country, we clearly experienced a lot ups and downs throughout the year. So, Aiman, would you tell us what do you think about this MCO?
For me, the government making the movement control order is a wise choice by our Prime Minister. As we could see, the trend of the COVID cases in Malaysia is declining and many people are able to avoid contact with COVID-19 since we all needed to stay indoors as long as possible. Furthermore, the MCO really helped us to spend more time with our family, especially our family that works far away. This time they just had to work from home via computer meetings such as Google Meet and so on.
Also, with the spread of the global COVID-19 pandemic, protecting our health has become our top priority, from washing our hands and using sanitizer to wearing your face mask and protect social distancing. People are more aware to keep themselves hydrated and better in take care of our health.
Yeah, even though there are lots of benefits, there is also a bad side. Like as many days have passed, some people, especially students, like live are affected. When MCO online distance learning is introduced, classes are conducted online. Thus, the downside is some people, especially in rural areas, are struggling with their poor internet connection. Meanwhile, others who live in the city do not have a conducive study space, thus affecting their performance on study. This results in increase in anxiety and depression.
Have you guys heard about student named Fiona? If I'm not forgot, she's from UMS and she lives in rural areas and has a hard time getting good connectivity.
Yeah,
One time she was preparing for an oncoming exam, so what she did next is unbelievable. She climbed up a tree, find a study branch to spend the day and night on, place her supply on the top, and then put up the mosquito net, all just to get a better internet connection. What's more shocking is that a hornet entered her makeshift mosquito net tent. She eventually managed to coax the hornet to out of the tent without getting stung and resume her tasks. This shows their struggle for those who live on rural area.
I've also heard about the news about this Fiona. She did amazing in her studies, and after the news went viral, I think the title is called as company went to her. I mean, something. The news talked about how the company went to her place and
yeah,
upgrade the something which is called as pusat internet kampung pinggan with such connectivity that use fiber optic with 300 megabits per second. So with this MCO period ended and the pandemic slowly began to dissolving and everything started being back to normal, you can say it like not the new normal but the normal. Students can return to their respective universities and hopefully they can start learning like usual and not without the disabilities from the online learning anymore. So well, folks, we have reached our end of the talk show. So good, it is. Let's give us a big round of applause for our guest tonight, and I'll be wishing you all a very good night. Thank you.
yeah.